Hey and welcome to a brand new video. Today is all about spring style and I'm really excited to actually share a little bit of colour on my channel for a change. If you're the kind of person like me who loves a neutral colour palette and you're not used to wearing colours, spring can seem like kind of a weird time when you feel like you see so many nice spring bright colours around that you kind of want to start incorporating into your style but you don't really know how to do it. Or maybe you don't have the colours in your wardrobe, so you're wondering which ones are worth investing in. Today, I'm going to share the few little bits of colour I've added to my spring wardrobe, and I'm going to talk through my top tips on how you can go about adding new colours to your wardrobe and helping you figure out which colours you may want to add. I'm never going to tell anybody what colours they should or shouldn't wear, or that they should or shouldn't have in their wardrobe, but this is just a little bit of inspiration, taking some inspo from my wardrobe, and hopefully you can apply it to your own. Also, if you are the kind of person who likes colour and you actually have a lot of colour going on and you struggle with it a bit, you feel a bit lost because you're such a magpie, you're drawn to buying all these colourful pieces and colourful printed pieces, and then when it comes to putting outfits together, you find it quite difficult. You might be able to use this video and these tips to pare back your colour palette a little bit more. Not to necessarily get rid of anything or to like completely get rid of anything out of your wardrobe, but maybe for spring you might edit down your wardrobe into like a smaller edit with less colour, and it might just make putting outfits together that much easier. Just a little breakdown of today's video. I'm going to share some Pinterest inspo that I've been pinning lately for my spring and summer kind of style vibe or mood board that I've been putting together. Some really nice colourful pieces, cool colour combinations that I've really been loving, and so you can just kind of see where I'm getting my inspiration from. I'm also going to share some really cool and unique colour combinations. Some are just ones that I really like personally and maybe they're not that unique, but some are kind of more trending and so they're very SS25. So I definitely want to share those just to see maybe you can use your wardrobe to dabble in those trends just by mixing certain colours together that you may already own. Next, I'm going to discuss like why it's so key and why it's so helpful to have a little bit less colour in your wardrobe if you're not used to styling with a lot of colour. And we're going to talk about base colours and accent colours in that portion. I know I said I don't tell people what colours to wear or what colours they should wear, but I'm going to talk about how I've incorporated colours that don't suit me, colours I know don't suit me and suit my complexion or my kind of colour season, how I've incorporated those colours into my wardrobe because I really am drawn to them. I just know that they don't suit my face. But there are other ways of adding colour to your wardrobe than just clothes. And of course, within all that, I'll be sharing the few new pieces I said I would mention as well. As you can see behind me, I've pulled a little bit of a colourful rail together. These are colours that don't necessarily sit in my like autumn and winter wardrobes. And I think that's why I'm most excited to wear them, because it feels really new and it feels really fresh for me. Even though there are some colours in here and some pieces in here that I had since last spring and summer, they are colours I've worn before. Specifically my blue shirt, I really loved wearing that last summer. I thought it was a really nice addition to a more neutral wardrobe. It felt neutral because sometimes blue just feels like denim, but it was a really nice colour to add in. I've also got a denim shirt that I got over autumn winter. That kind of, again, it kind of feels the same as the blue shirt, just a bit of a different vibe. We've got little bits of brown, we've got some beige, we've got some very trending yellow, which is quite different for me, but I did used to wear yellow. I just haven't really worn it. Haven't worn a paler yellow in a while. I'm more of a mustard yellow kind of person. And then we've got some beiges, a little bit of animal print and those kinds of things. I feel like this just looks so spring-like. Like it's just the nicest little colour palette behind me. And when I pulled it all out into the rail, kind of just want to leave it like that, and that might inspire me to wear those pieces more often. These are the kind of colours I've been drawn to the most on Pinterest when looking at other like street style and other influencers' outfit pictures. I have been pinning spring and summer outfits probably since like the middle of winter. That's when I started to get the most excited about the new season, is when I'm like in the depths of one and I'm kind of over it already. So I've been putting together my like, I think I called it like SS25 inspo and mood, or mood and vibe or something like that, and I've just been really enjoying adding all these kinds of styles onto it. So I'm just going to share a few with you so you can kind of see where my head is at. It might feel very different for me if you are a long time subscriber. You might be like, this is not your style at all, or you might actually kind of see that there are elements of my style within it. Like some of the key pieces are very similar to what I would typically wear, but maybe the color is just a bit different. Or maybe, you know, they are colors that I would typically wear, but they're just mixed with other colours, which makes it feel more colourful. So while I might wear a blue shirt over a neutral outfit, or I might wear a brown blazer over a neutral outfit, what if I'm putting blue and brown together? Like, that's not typically what I'd wear, but they are two colours that I would have in my everyday wardrobe. It's just how I'm styling them that's different. I think a tonal look as well is a great way to make use of colours you already have in your wardrobe, but if you want to wear them in a slightly different or more contemporary way, head to toe tonal, like head to toe of one colour, or variations of the same colour, they always look great. And it always looks really put together as well. I think it's a great way to look super intentional, but in a really kind of effortless way. As you can see, a lot of the outfits I've shared with you, they have like an overshirt on top. So whether it's kind of like a button up, kind of tucked in, or it's just worn open as kind of like a third layer. That's my favourite way to wear a button down shirt. That's kind of been carried through in all of these. So whether it's that kind of stripy yellow one, or the blue one, or the stripy blue, I'm really enjoying that at the minute. And I'm enjoying that the weather has gotten a bit warmer, even though it is changing a little bit again today, and I was out walking and it was raining, but warm weather is definitely around the corner again. I'm enjoying being able to wear that look of just like a vest top and a shirt over the top and a nice pair of wide leg trousers. It's my ultimate spring combination. So some colour combinations I've really been enjoying, and I think are having quite a moment. Unless you can count this waistcoat as being that kind of like maca mousse colour, because I mean, it's in that same colour family. This was my waistcoat that I got made while I was in Vietnam last year, and I adore it, and I just haven't really gotten the wear out of it because I got it made in summer and then I literally had a few weeks to wear it and then it was cold again. So I did actually wear it for my birthday the other day, which was very nice, with the matching trousers. But other than that, the colour of the year has to be that butter yellow or buttermilk yellow. I recently, like, this is quite a new to the high street piece, but I managed to find it secondhand, lucky me. I was walking past H&M on my lunch break from work, and me and my friend spotted this blouse and we both fell in love with it, and I was like, oh, I love it. So I think the next day I might come back to try it on, and then I loved it even more. And yeah, I didn't get it there and then because I was like, I don't know if I want this to be is it my fourth piece or my third piece of my 5 items that I'm buying new this year, buying brand new. So I was like, I don't know if I want that to be it. I think I just didn't want to waste one of my my new purchases on just a H&M blouse. I know that sounds bad, and if I loved it enough that I should want it, but I didn't know if I loved it enough, even though I knew I really liked the piece and I really liked the colour, and it just felt really nice on me and different, but I felt like me in it. I felt like a nice version of me that I want to be. So I was like, I'm just going to try find it on Vinted, probably a long shot, but after a couple of days of searching, I found it. So maybe someone bought it, wore it once and got rid of it. And I know that's not the best shopping practices to be supporting by then buying their secondhand pieces, but maybe they bought it and they just lost the receipt and couldn't return it, something like that. So I love it. It's this really oversized, to be honest, it could be long enough to be a dress, but I really can't wait to wear this. But I have it earmarked for my nephew's christening in June, so I'm going to try not to wear it until then, even though I really, really love it, and I know I'm going to have fun styling it up for this video. But I just thought it is a fun way to dabble in a trend. It's a very trending colour, but I managed to find it secondhand, so that was nice. But I think my ultimate favourite colour at the moment that I really wanted to add to my wardrobe has been lilac. Now, this is the colour I mentioned that I cannot wear because it doesn't suit my complexion. It's too pale and cool toned for me. I need something a little bit warmer or somewhere in the middle, but pale just makes me look pale. Don't know if you can tell. But this bag has been the perfect complement to a lot of the colours in my wardrobe. And so I was able to add a bit of lilac through an accessory. It's not next to my face, so it doesn't have to suit my complexion. As long as it kind of suits the rest of my wardrobe, then that's all that matters. This beautiful bag is a bag from Teddy Blake. You might have heard me mention them before because I got a lovely brown shoulder bag from them last year, and I've really loved that. But I think I love this one even more. I've worn this, I think I might have it a couple of weeks now, and I've worn it so much. Anytime I've gone out with a handbag, this has been the handbag. It does surprise me a little bit because I knew it would work with my wardrobe, but I didn't realise just how much it would work and just how versatile it would be. It basically goes with all my outfits because most of my outfits are neutral. So I can wear any colour handbag pretty much and it's not clashing with anything. And that's what I really wanted to do with a piece like this, is to add colour to my outfits, but not in a way that's going to be jarring with anything that I already own. Now, this might be a little bit much, but it does go, and this feels so spring. And when I see these two pieces hanging in my wardrobe, I'm just like so excited for sun and spring weather. But then this, I think this is what I wore for my birthday. I had this bag and I had my matching trousers and waistcoat, and I just thought this colour combination was absolutely beautiful. This is, yeah, I love it. To be honest, I'm doing a little bit of a rebrand on my website. It's down at the minute because I haven't done anything with it yet, but I'm just, rebranding. And I really want to add some lilac into my branding because I just feel like it's such a gorgeous colour. It's so much personality to it. When I was younger, I used to always say purple was my favourite colour as well. And I feel like maybe I got lost in the neutrals a little bit too much when I first started with capsule wardrobes. And it's really nice to add in a little bit of like personality and just fun again. And this colour feels really fun. So this bag is absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to link it below. I will have a discount code to check out Teddy Blake if you want. I mean, it comes in a million, well, not a million colours, but very many colours. But yeah, I just love it. I love the little handle. It's perfect to just hold in your hand, put over the crook of your arm. But I've been probably mostly using it with the crossbody strap because I live in London and I don't want someone to just nab my bag off my arm or my shoulder. So yeah, really nice, really gorgeous bag. I love how sturdy it is. I love the size of it. It's really good. It fits a book, it fits my headphones, it fits my wallet, sunglasses, keys, a lipstick, pretty much anything I need. And I just like the way you open it is really nice. Like no one would be able to get into your bag. It's just, yeah, really nice. The minute I still have my book in it. So, I mean, this is a small book. Bigger books do fit. Also, Psychology of Fashion, reading this book again just to brush up on it, to remind myself. But yeah, highly recommend that book if you're interested in fashion psychology. It's a tiny little book, really quick read. Yeah, so this is the bag I'm going to be styling up for a lot of my spring outfits. And I'm not going to put my spring outfits in this video. I'm going to save them for a follow-up video, so it'll be kind of like a part 2 of this, where I share all my outfits in detail. But I am going to share them throughout this video because I want you to see how I'm working the colours into my outfits and how I'm working them into my wardrobe. I have mentioned this a few times before in videos as well about how to choose a colour palette and how many colours you should choose within your colour palette. And I'd usually recommend having maybe 3 base colours and 3 accent colours, and that is a really great jumping off point. If you are more of a neutrals person and you like to wear a lot of simple neutral colours, then you can have more of those and less accent colours. But just for the sake of a good example, I'm going to have 3 and 3. So for me, my main base colours would be white / off-white creamy kind of tones, a little bit of black, and I would say brown is probably my other base colour at the minute. And then from that, my accent colours, as you can see, would be yellow, lilac, and blue. They're going to be my 3. Now, while those 3 colours may not mix as well, I might not put all 3 of those into one outfit, I can mix each of those accent colours with my base colours and it'll create really nice combinations. So the browns and the purples, the browns and yellow, brown and blue, and then obviously black and white are going to go with pretty much any of those colours as well. If you've never kind of set out to plan a colour palette for yourself before for your wardrobe, try not to feel too restricted by it or too like, I don't know what to pick, because if I pick the wrong colours then I'm stuck with these colours. Maybe just like try it out, pick one, pull out a rail or pull out some clothes on your bed and just like pull like, okay, there are my 3 base colours, they're my 3 accent colours, what other pieces in these colours do I have, and then what's left over, what do I need to get rid of. Not to get rid of, just out of that kind of capsule, but you can store them away for another season, or like in a couple of months you can just switch it up and maybe you want to get rid of one colour and bring in a different one. A lot of us do kind of tend to dress with the seasons, so you know, when it comes to spring, like we're wearing lilacs and yellows and lots of white and pale blues and really pretty colours like that. Like a lot of colours that you kind of would see in nature now, all the kind of daffodils and bluebells and all that kind of growing. And then in summer we might wear more like summery tones as well, similar to spring. Then we get into autumn when we're wearing our burgundies and our olives and our darker versions of colours and more kind of like what you see in nature, like the colours of the trees changing and the leaves and things like that. So as we go through different seasons and different months, we can tend to get influenced by the weather and by what nature's doing, and then we want to wear more of those colours. And that tends to be what is in trend as well. Is like, it's not groundbreaking that yellow or lilac are in for spring and summer, because it's kind of, I mean, you can wear that any spring and summer, but obviously now it's just like a big trend and there's a bigger focus on it this year. But I'm gonna, buy a yellow blouse this year. I'm gonna wear it again next year. So yeah, don't take it too seriously when doing your colour palette. Because like I said, you might try it for like a month, a week even. If you don't like it, that's fine. Switch it up a bit. You could do it literally by having clothes and just trying to pick like 1, 2, 3. Make like 3 piles of neutrals and 3 piles of accent colours. You could do it on something like Canva, where you can just kind of colour pick and add colours to like little circles. Whatever way you want to do it. Digitally is easy because you can just sit on your phone and do it, but it is fun sometimes to get into your wardrobe and to see what's really in there. There's no point planning digitally if these colours aren't in your wardrobe at all. Try and work with what you already have instead of trying to think of like new colours that you want to add in. Nothing wrong with adding in new things into your wardrobe or new to you. But it's always better to start with what you have first and then add in later. Like I said, I will share all of my spring outfits in an upcoming video, hopefully next week or the week after, so you can kind of get an overview of how I'm going to be styling these pieces. I'd love to know what your colour palette is for this spring season, if you already have it planned or you're starting to think about it now as you're watching today's video. Let me know what your base and your accent colours are, or if you have a favourite colour combination. I would love to know so I can try it. If I have those colours in my wardrobe, I will definitely try it in my spring outfits video. And also, just thinking off the top of my head, if you had any colour combinations to try, it would be really fun to just do a colour combinations video and just like recreate any colour combinations that you guys suggest. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Sorry it has been a little while since I posted. I know I posted last weekend. That was a previously filmed video, but I lost my voice for like a week and it's still kind of not completely back. I feel like I can still hear it, and I also still can't sing like really high notes. They're just gone. So I had to take a little bit of a break from filming, but I have a few fun videos coming your way anyway, and we're definitely going to dig into spring mode and spring fashion. And I also redid my capsule wardrobe, which I'll show you a little clip now if you didn't see it in the last video. And I'll be sharing my full kind of like wardrobe declutter, looking at everything that was in my wardrobe and kind of getting a bit overwhelmed. If you haven't seen last week's video already, I shared some more tips that I haven't actually shared before on how to go about doing a really successful no-buy year or no-buy month, whatever length of time you want to do. So if you haven't seen that video, I will leave it here at the end of this video. And I'll also leave a video here that has been specifically picked for you. So I hope you enjoy it. Thank you so much for watching today, and I'll speak to you all really soon. Bye.